Good morning, YouTubers. This is Handsome Jack of Ham Gas Will Travel. I apologize if you can hear the hot water heater running in the background. It's a little noisy. I'm making this video because of a couple problems that we had that were simple to handle, but something that you might not think about. The first one's the black tank. When you're going down the road, ours started to smell. Somehow the fumes were coming back in. I don't know how. We checked everything, but I've heard that a lot of people have the same problem. I was able to cure that because we filled our tank at home before we left. And we actually went, well, it took us like a month to get down here. And we didn't have to empty it, and it wasn't full when we got here. But I stopped and bought, it's not even a quart bottle of probiotics. It's a natural, it's a natural form of bacteria that when dumped in the tank, it eats the stuff up in there, all the bubbles and stuff come up, it actually eats them. And it works really good. It took the smell right away, so we didn't have any problems after that. Then we get here, set up, and of course I empty all the tanks and put fresh water in and all that. And the tank started stinking again. I couldn't figure out why. I was putting the right amount of stuff. In fact, I was actually putting in a little more than what I needed just to be sure, and it still smelled bad. Well, one thing that I hadn't thought of is with the probiotics. Down here, there's chlorine in the water and other chemicals too that literally kill the good bacteria. So I did go down and I had it before, and I had to hook it up. I had a filter that took all that stuff out of there. And even the filter, it claims even takes mold out. If you get mold inside your hose or something because it's not used. One thing that I always do with the hose is when we're done using it, I roll it up and I fasten the two ends together, male and female, so nothing can get in the hose. But like I said, I wasn't thinking, and it was killing the good bacteria. So I put the filter on, cured the problem almost immediately. I dumped the tank. I completely dumped the water tank too, drained it right down to nothing. Refilled it with a filter on there, and now we're back where we should be. But that's one thing that you might not think about. They come out with all these, I don't know, we tried the perfumed ones and all that. I didn't care for the smell of those either. It's almost as bad as not having the stuff in there. It's so strong. But like I said, we went with the probiotics, and that did the job. There's no smell. It actually eats the air bubbles as they come up through. It cleans the tank too. I've seen a lot of stuff coming out of that tank that must have been there for quite a while. Probably since before we got the RV, because there was some stuff in the tank when we got it. But now it seems to have taken care of the problem. It's even cleaning that stuff up. So that's a good thing to remember. The probiotics, they work great. A little more expensive, I think. Like I said, it was a little less than a quart, I believe. It might be a quart, but it was like $29 for that bottle. But you only use 2 little capfuls each time you treat the tank. So, and they claim that you should leave a little bit in the bottom of the tank instead of draining it right out. That's kind of hard to do because you can't tell. You can't go by the gauges inside ours work, but they don't always work right. But they claim if you leave a little bit in there, then you've got your microorganisms already started, and they'll do a better job. So I tried though, when it got down to the point where it was slowing right down, I shut it off, and then I added 2 more capfuls, and it cured the problem, that's all I know. So we're really happy with that. Another thing that we had a problem with, that we didn't have when we first got here, was ants. Big ants. Well, I didn't know how they were getting in, and it just seemed like they were there overnight. And I figured out the problem. I had tied a line from the top of my awning here down to the tree. Friggin' ants were walking right up the rope that holds the awning down. Well, having nothing on hand, I took a can of WD-40 and I just sprayed around the end of that rope that's tied to the trees, and lo and behold, the problem stopped. They were actually walking up the rope, going across the top of the awning and down in through the refrigerator vent. And but since I've done that, and I've sprayed it a couple times since with it, we haven't had any troubles at all. It cured the ant problem. We killed a few off in the next couple days, and now that's taken care of. So I will go down and get some regular ant spray and spray on the line. But they don't need much. And I had a steady stream of them going up that road. That was problem number 2. You know, it's little things like that you don't think about. You know, you spray all around your RV and everything. I got that stupid rope running down to the tree. I never give it a thought. They were going right up the tree and right up the rope. So that might be something to think about too. Today is Wednesday, 8:05 in the morning. The sun's just coming up behind me over the hill. I mean, it's been light for a while, but the sun is just coming up now. 70 degrees down here in Florida, where we're at. Just a beautiful morning, and I heard they got snow back in New York, so I'm glad we're down here. Other than that, there's not a lot going on. But I just wanted to bring those 2 things to your attention so that maybe they'll help somebody, I hope. Other than that, we don't have a lot going on around here. I finally got around to hooking up my outside TV, and I was out here at 11 o'clock last night watching TV because it's pretty warm here. In fact, they claim it's warmer than it normally is. But anyway, this is Handsome Jack of Have Gas Will Travel. I hope these 2 little tips help you out a little bit. I mean, I never give it a thought. You might not have either, so have a good day. We'll talk to you later, and remember the most important thing. Have fun. Bye for now.